Thank you for tuning in to Terry Swoop Videos. On today's video, I'm going to do a Where They Now on the legendary R&B singer, Billy Ocean. Billy Ocean is the first British R&B singer to get mainstream success in America. He put British R&B on the map. Before the age of Billy Ocean, R&B music was primarily looked at as a black American music. But he's the one that made it popular in Europe. He's the one that made it popular in Britain. So a lot of British R&B singers who are doing it now, they owe a lot of their success to Billy Ocean because he's the one that paved the way for them. Now, Billy Ocean was actually born and raised in Trinidad in 1950. And his parents moved to Britain in 1960 when he was 10 years old. And he started singing as a teenager. He sang in nightclubs throughout the London area. And he released his first album in 1976. And between 1976 and 1982, he released 4 albums. And he didn't get any major success until he released the song Caribbean Queen. When this song came out in 1984, it went to #1 on the charts in the UK. It went to #1 on the charts in America. It was one of the biggest hit songs of the year. It sold over 5 million copies worldwide. And this song made him an international success. His second hit song in 1984 was Suddenly. Suddenly is one of the greatest love songs I've ever heard before. And I think it's a great wedding song. If you ever get married, this is the song you want to play at your wedding. In 1986, Billy sung the movie soundtrack to Jewel of the Nile. This was a hit movie which starred Michael Douglas, Danny DeVito, Kathleen Turner, and this was a hugely successful movie that made over $100 million at the box office. And the hit song that he recorded for the movie was When the Going Gets Tough. This song went to #1 on the Billboard charts. So he had a lot of hit songs throughout the 1980s. His last #1 song on the Billboard charts was Get Out of My Dreams, which was released in 1988. And it was on the soundtrack to License to Drive. After the 80s, his career sort of went downhill because the record company wanted to change his image. And he didn't want to change his image. They wanted him to dye his beard and dye his hair because his hair was turning gray as he got into his 40s. And he did an interview with Donnie Simpson talking about how he wanted to age naturally. He didn't want to dye his hair.
Yeah. Now, you were born in Trinidad, right?
That's right.
And you moved to London when you were how old?
I was 9 years old. I've been living there for 30 years. Well, just over 30 years now.
Oh, okay. So you're 39. You turned a big 40. When is your birthday?
That's good mathematics, you guys.
Oh, yeah, I was always good math.
I was going to trick you and say 28, but
Forget it.
where's my birthday? 21st of January.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So it's coming up soon.
Coming up soon, yeah. Next year I'll be... Yeah.
So what is it like approaching that? I mean, do you give it any thought?
What's it like?
Is it
No.
a big deal to you?
No, I don't, you know. No, it really doesn't. It never was. I mean, I know I say my bed and all that, but, you know, this was like this since Caribbean... No, this was like this since I was 6 years old.
You had a gray gold tea when you were 6.
Yeah. This happened, in fact, was like going like this since before Caribbean Queen.
Uh-huh.
But I used to diet, and then, you know, I just thought to myself, man, I just ran out of boot polish. So, no, you know, my wife likes it, my kids like it, you know. But then, I'm the person that should be rejecting or accepting it more than anyone else. And I feel great, you know. It's like, it's almost coming to terms with oneself, you know, sort of thing. This is something that is hereditary in my family since I was 13.
Oh, really?
I was trying to show signs of grace all over. So I knew eventually this would happen.
Today, Billy Ocean is 70 years old. He's been married to his wife, Judy, for 42 years, and they have 3 children. And he's still active, he's still doing concerts, he's still performing. And I'm just glad to see that he's alive and well. I think he's one of the greatest R&B singers of all time, and I don't think he gets the credit that he deserves. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment, rate, and subscribe.